All right, so let's freaking finish this video. I'm gonna be moving around, so hold on. Trying to turn off Cam Newton. I was watching his video with Super Holland. But so let me finish. Um, so yeah, so going on to the airport, and we are walking. Well, he goes over there to one of the it was a couple. Apparently, they were waiting for another PSA to come back, but the PSA was gone for like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes or something. So he calls me over and I was like, can you help? And I'm like, sure, I can help. So he grabs the wife, I grab the husband, and we're going to JetBlue. So the guy who finally comes back, and we're going through TSA, he's coming through TSA, and he's like, I wasn't sure who he was talking to, if he was talking to me or he was talking to somebody else, but he was like, that was my patient or that was my person or whatever. So he went to the first guy, the guy who was in front of me, which you can say was Mike, and he went to him and was asking for his stuff. And then he was like, I don't know where your stuff is. And he came to me, he was like, it's my stuff with you. I'm like, no, this is my wheelchair, my stuff. So we kept going. I didn't think none of it. We kept moving along. And then he comes back through the TSA. He comes back through TSA. And when he comes through TSA this time, he's angry. So he goes straight to Mike. And then he goes to Mike and he's cursing Mike out, getting his face went out again. We're at the airport through TSA. So he is yelling at Mike in front of his face, like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't do this. Don't do that. Mike did the same thing. He came to me and was like, well, this applies to you too. Don't ever talk to me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I don't know you. All right, no problem. So I'm trying to get my passenger their stuff, get their stuff, right? So he leaves out of TSA, but then comes back into TSA, and this time he comes directly in front of me, and was like, he just started cursing and, bitch, I whoop your ass and blah 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 blah, and it caught me completely off guard. It like really did. Like it caught me to the point of off guardness because I look at it, I'm just the confusion on my face like right now, like, are you talking to me? That's how I was looking at him because I was like, is he crazy? So he's going off like, bitch, I'll whoop your ass. So now in the moment, I am around several other people. I'm around, first of all, like 5 other PSAs who is all male, and they turned around and was like, whoa, my nigga, like, you need to calm the fuck down. You talking to her like you crazy, and what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, why the fuck are you, now I'm getting upset because, for me, I don't instantly get upset. I'm peeping the scene. My mind is first peeping the scene because of where we are. And I'm like, why is he so hostile? Now, before I even go on, like, if this was your person or whatever, you wanted your passenger, all you had to do was just say, can I have my passenger back? I would have gave you the passenger. I would have just transferred the passenger over to you if you want all that. And all that happened for $5. All the passenger did was give me $5. But if you wanted the passenger, all you had to do was just say, can you transfer my passenger back to me? If I had his passenger. But apparently that's what was told to me, that I had his passenger. He was upset because he felt I stole his passenger. So he's just going off going off the rails. I'm like, are you high? I'm like, you're in TSA, acting a damn fool, screaming, yelling. You finna lose your job and go to jail all in the same night. This is the last place that you want to fucking act a damn fool at, in fucking TSA. Are you high? You must be. So he's like, he's screaming. He's yelling. He took off his sweater like he was ready to fight, girl. I was like, for real? So the TSA agents all know me. And they know me very well, obviously, because I've been there for over a year and they see my face every goddamn weekend. So they knew my name and everything. They called in my name and want to come in like, do we need to call police? Do we need to call Metro? Blah, blah, blah. We'll call Metro, blah, blah. The guy heard Metro. He took off running down International Hallway. So I'm more shocked. So they're like, what was that? What went wrong? What was going on? What was going on? I'm honestly at this point still clueless because I did not know what was wrong with this man or what is happening. So The PSAs is mad. I'm mad. So I get the passenger. The passengers is like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm just fine. I'm okay. We didn't get you to your destination. We got them to their destination. And now when I got them to their destination, they gave me $5. Michael was trying to, he was like, well, we got another passenger. I'm like, no, I'm finna go handle this real quick. Because I was more interested now. I don't have the passenger now. Now let's deal with whatever it is your issue is. Because now we finna deal with it. I was actually looking for him. Now I wanted to run into him now. But by the time I even got to the office, news already spread. I was already getting called to the office by this time. So I had to meet one of the supervisors at the office. I had to write an incident report. All the other PSAs that was there also was voluntarily wrote a incident report, their witness statement, because now the Metro's involved. We have to do recordings to Metro. They pulled the footage to see exactly what happened in TSA. I mean, they escorted the men off property. So when I finally talked to my boss, the boss was like, we have a lot of witnesses. What happened? Everybody was there. Blah blah blah. What do you want to do? I said, fire his ass. End of story. The end. There's nothing more to say. They was like, say less. He's fired. We're pulling his badge right now. He cannot come back on his property. So I mean, this was a big story, right? So instantly he was fired just like that. They kept asking me, did I want to go home? Did I feel safe? I'm like, I'm finna go back to work. I'm finna finish my night. I'm not worried about this man. He's fired, right? He's fired. All right, end of story. Now, one thing that I do hate is because when people are nosy, they want to know what happened. They want to know what happened. Oh my God, what happened? What happened? What happened? That's the one thing that I did hate, because you have to keep, and I was just trying to avoid all of that because everybody kept wanting to know what happened, wanted to talk to me. I ain't talked to these people a day in my life. But now y'all want to talk to me because y'all want to know what happened. What happened? Why was he like it? Any other day, you barely even say hi. Why you when you speaking that? Because you want to be nosy. So I was like, no, nothing. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. The end. I'm like, you'll find out what's going on with from somebody else. That's it. That's all. I'm like, I tell the people who I want to tell. I said, other than that. But the story grew its own legs, of course. When people started, telling their own story, it grew their own legs. And people created a whole story that didn't even happen. It was like, oh, they got into a fight, blah, blah, blah. We're like, nobody got into a fight. We had some few words. In TSA, and that was the end of that. Well, nobody got into a fight, but it grew its own. People that was talking about, I stood up for her and I jumped in. You didn't even do nothing. And it was funny. I was listening to somebody tell another supervisor who wasn't there what happened. He didn't even know who the person was. The person was me. But he's telling this. He's telling his story to a supervisor like, oh, I was right there. I was helping. I was like, nigga, who you talking to? And he's telling his story. He wasn't even there. I know everybody who was there. He wasn't even there, but he told his story like he was there. Because he didn't even know I'm the person. I was about to bust him, but I'm going to just let him tell his story. I'm just let him tell his story. And he's like, it was a girl. It was a girl. Another PSA. The PSA is sitting right in front of you. So they let you know you wasn't even there because you didn't even know who the PSA was. It grew its own legs. It was hilarious. It was so hilarious. But the guy was instantly fired. I had to deal with Metro. I was covered because I had a lot of witnesses, including TSA. I was screaming at them like, give that man a drug test. That man must be high. He must be high. It was a whole mess. It was a whole fiasco. But as I say, I barely ever get into any drama because I don't involve myself into drama. I try to avoid drama at work, and that's not what I do. But that was just a really interesting situation to be in front of all those people, in front of passengers and all that. You was just willing to lose your job over what? $5? I'm like, it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even worth the headache. Now you're out of a job. Now you're what? You don't have any money? Like, okay, girl. Okay, boy. I mean, if it was that important to you, then you do you, okay? But it was just really funny. It was interesting. And then like a couple days later, my husband, he works in Terminal 1. So he came over to Terminal 3. And that's another thing. I don't tell anybody my business. So I didn't want anybody to know my husband even worked there. It was only a few people who knew my husband worked there. And that was the people who I communicate with. So when he brought his ass over to Terminal 3, everybody knew now that I'm married and my husband works at Terminal 1. So everybody know now, oh, I was going to call you and tell you your husband came over there. You don't have to do anything. I already knew. I already knew my husband went over there. I was there when he came. I didn't want him to do it, but he felt the need and, he needed to, come and save my honor or whatever. And whatever. I didn't want anybody to know that I had a husband there, but everybody do. It is what it is. But it was just said on and say it was just an interesting. It was just an interesting situation to be in because I don't really have drama like that. Like I really don't. I message you if I message you. If I don't, I don't. That's just that on that. My water bottle. So I just wanted to share a little quick story. I just couldn't believe that it happened, but it did happen. I couldn't believe that it happened, but it happened. So be safe out there this holiday season. Be safe out there, period. And I'll catch you guys later on because I'm going to do an interesting one, a nasty one. And I'll see what y'all feel about that one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.